Welcome to the Grave Tapes, where I'll be walking you through how to trace your own genealogy. As you may notice in a second here, when I go back to Rebecca Renfro, I have done some other research on the Kilgores and the Renfros. I actually filmed a segment earlier that ended up not working. So I have I've added about 6 people to Hiram's mother's side of the family. And most of these were found using the census records that are now available to use through MyHeritage for the next couple days. So I will attempt to look up Robert Kilgore. I don't think you're going to be able to find him because the first census was in 1790. He died in 1782. But just in case that's wrong, I thought we could try to research him and just see where we get. Okay, so if you are working in MyHeritage, go to the Research tab and go to Census Records. And this will pop up here. And then just go ahead and fill in the information that you need. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if we'll be able to find him. But at some point he lived in North Carolina, so let's put that in the residence. All right. We've got Robert Kilgore from 1830, 1840, 1820. We have 4,000 results, so let's hardline this. No results. That's probably for the best. I'm not sure if we'd be able to locate Robert. Earlier on the segment of this that I filmed that you will not be able to see, no longer exists, I did some research for Hiram and for Rebecca, and then we added these people. So I'm not gonna rehash that. Instead, I'm gonna take you to the fan view. There we go. Back to me. And I will just pick someone at random, and then maybe you can see a little better of how I do this. All right, as you can see, I have all of my ancestors out to 6 generations. Well, yes, 6 including me, so 5 generations out. Let's expand this to 7. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to read it, but we'll expand it out a little bit more. All right. I have done research on George Eaton and Henrietta Cole in the past, but I'm going to put them into the census records and see if I can find them. There. Okay. Let's try George. You'd think I'd be able to spell that right. George Eaton. Male. And he was born in 1840, so he should be in some of these. He was born in New York. Let's put that in. Match required. And then let's add Henrietta. Match similar names. Okay. Search. It looks like we have several George Eatons born around 1841 in New York. So let's go to George Eaton's Find a Grave and see if we can find any information about any parental names. 1840. Let's do plus or minus 1 year. All right, let's see here. George Eaton died in 24. I was looking at Hetty's information. All right. So, George, 1840 to 1924, Henrietta, 1841 to 1919. They were buried in Pontiac, which makes sense because my grandparents used to live in Pontiac area. This doesn't have any information on their fam. All right, let's just Google George Eaton, Hetty Culver.
Okay, well, I'll just take it
So if they were buried in Michigan, we should be able to find them. So let's, oh, did I just see Pontiac? Pontiac Ward. It says his wife is Metabo. Okay. George E. Eaton and Etta. We know that Henrietta went by Etta sometimes, so that's good. They're married in 1862, approximately. Let's see what this says. George E. Eaton, Etta, Nina, Blanche, and Polly. I wonder if Georgiana and Nina are the same person. Alright. Actually, I'm going to save this to George Eaton's. Yes. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to figure out George Eaton's parents from our census records. There are enough George Eatons out there. It may be difficult. So what I'm going to do instead is search for Hetty, Henrietta, Culver. We know she was born in New York. And we know she was born in 1841. So let's search this. Got 24 lists. We're looking for someone who is about 9 during the 1850 census, so this is not her. Born 1850. Let's click on this. This is 1860, so she would be about 19 in 1860. This says she is 10. Alright, so that's not going to come up with anything for us. Can try Etta. Alright, she was born in 1841 approximately. I'm not seeing anything here either that looks right. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we're going to give up on these people and look for a different search. Alright, let's do some research on Stone family. In the past, when I've had a question about an ancestor, I would usually put an asterisk in front of their names, so it's possible if we find James Stone, not sure where he was born, but, and Surya, we may be able to figure out who his parents were. So let's start with Surya. Her name is the more unique of the names. Surya Ellithorpe, yep. Alright, female, born in 1814. Don't know where they lived. I don't have any of that information. So, whoops. Let's just give it a go. Alright. Oh, now we have 11,000 results. Let's try to look up Surya with James. James Stone, her husband, born 1808. And then we'll add her with him. I don't know if she went by Surya, so we'll find out. James Stone, born circa 1806 in Ireland. He's living in Parishville. His wife's name is Surya. They don't have a son named Edward, but This record was 1950, so he wouldn't have been born yet. We'll add in here that he was born in Ireland. We don't know where in Ireland. And we will save this record to the family. Save. Cool. So we made a little bit of progress. Let's go back to search results and see if we can find him either earlier or later than this. Actually, let's edit to add in that he was born in Ireland. Oh, he's a painter. We'll just have to read it. Well, this person had pretty handwriting. All right. Stone, James Stone. Looks like he's living on his own. By 1880, our records say that Surya was still living, so maybe this is the wrong guy. Oh, here, see? It says Surya. I'm guessing it is still the same person. This is the 1870 census. Still in New York. Surya. George and Edward. Don't know. Ed something. Lucy, George, and Ed. Alright, does it give us any more information? Alright. He was born in Ireland. She was born in Vermont, apparently. Cool. In the household, though, it looks like they have Surya, James, Lucy. Oh, so the kids are born in New York. Save this record as well. Right. And back to search results. So that is all. So they were in the 1870 and 1880 census. 1850 and 1870. So somehow they skipped the 1860 census. It's possible they came over, 1830, 1840. Alright, well, let's look up William Stone. We don't know when he was born. We assume he was born in Ireland. Let's just see how many William Stones are in the world. Be really one of the really early censuses. U.S. Census. Let's look in. Do we have the 1780 census? No. So today's kind of more freeform. I honestly did film an hour and a half one this morning, and then it didn't work out. So this is going to be more freeform. Maybe this will make it more interesting for you. Maybe it will make it less interesting for you. I apologize if it's not as interesting. Do you know anything about him? Vermont? We know that he lived in Vermont at some point. 64. Alright, we know his wife's name was Surya. So, let's see. Look in U.S. Census. Hannah, Lucy, Polly, Zenas. Okay, apparently he was a census hopper. Let's look up Surya. Names like Surya Converse are really what you hope for. Not necessarily in census, because we're struggling and failing with this, but it's easy to Google Surya Converse and come up with the right Surya Converse, because there weren't very many people with that unique of a name. Alright, let's try someone else. Okay. We do know that he was alive in 1830. Alright, we're looking for Rhoda. Okay, he's not in here. Let's research these people. Let's look up Harriet and Harvey. I was working on this group a while ago, and I'm interested to know more. Harriet White, born 1796. Alright, let's try Harvey. He too was born in Vermont. Aha. We do know his son's name is Lafayette. This is the 1860. He would have been 68 by this point. Harvey Hatch. Oh, this is going to be difficult to read. Alright. Sylvester Train. Harvey Hatch. Harriet, Ephraim, John, Harriet, and Charlotte. We're utilizing archive.org with this, assuming it will load. Alright. Harvey, where are you? Harvey's father's name was Rufus. So we may end up researching Rufus in here if we can't figure out the proper Hatch. Harvey Hatch. Harvey Hatch. Apparently there's more than one Harvey Hatch in the world because these Harveys, one married Amy and then married Sarepta. Therefore, not our man. Harvey Weed. Harvey Weed Hatch. I wonder how often he got called Weed Patch. This looks like a book that's not going to be a huge help to us. Let's go back to Harvey and Harriet. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I suppose it would help if I spelled Harriet, right? Harriet White. Alright, Harriet White Hatch was born 1796, 1856, that looks right. Not sure where this information came from. Looks like Harvey fought in the War of 1812. Alright, so then let's go in here and see if we can find William White in the census. We know about him. William White, 1771. Don't know where he was born, but he was buried in Michigan, so he had to have lived there. Match required. Come on, William White. Guess let's try the next year. 1850. See if we can find someone. Jane. As a wife. Alright, looks like we're not going to be able to find him through this. He died in 1850, so should be in that last one. Jane. You can look up Jane maybe. Jane White. Jane White. She was born in also 1771. Female, residence, Michigan, 1771. Search. 16 records. Polly White, who seems to be their daughter, married someone named Worcestershire English. Worcestershire English. I like that. Okay, let's do this. The question is, where did these people get this information? Oh, hey, this might be helpful. White family. Lineage discussion. Descends William White. Oh, who came on the Mayflower in 1620. Okay. William Wellington White. That is very beautiful. I approve of this. William Wellington White. I don't think he's our ancestor, but I still approve. We're looking for... I wonder if Harriet's in here. Harriet. No. Alright, let's try William White. Jane. Actually, let's just type in Jane Clement. And tell me what. Harriet Hatch. Where did this information come from? Grave, Vermont Vital Records. Census. She was in the census twice. As Jane Clement, though. She wouldn't have been known as Jane Clement in 1850. Has her birthday and death date correct, though. Alright, let's just put them in. We found a couple sources. I'm not super convinced, but I'm also thinking that we've done okay so far. June 2nd. He's buried in Michigan. Nope, that's not what I want. Alright. And then we will add in Jane Clement. Born also 1771. Died 1861. October 8th. She was born in Maine. Okay. Alright, let's leave behind these people and start on someone new. I'm interested in Ephraim Herrick II. 1664 to 1709. Herrick, born August 13th. Yep, 1664. Died in 1746. 1709. We're looking for Ephraim. Ephraim, son of Henry, was born in Salem in 1638. So that probably is this Ephraim's father. 1637, yeah. Okay, so we need to... Alright, Samuel, son of Ephraim, was born in 1675. He settled in 1702, married Matala Woodward. Married Mary Cross. Okay, and they had Ephraim, August 13, 1664. Alright, that's enough information for me. Okay, this should be here. Ephraim Herrick first was born in Salem in February 11th. Google Books. Okay. And then he's also in this Find Grave source. Okay. Ephraim Herrick the first was, see, he married Mary Cross, also of Salem. Cross, Salem. They were married July 3rd, 1661. And we'll put Henry in here as well. Henry Herrick, who was born in England in 1604. Bow Manor, Leicester County, England, 1604. He was among the first settlers of Salem, and he and his wife were of the 30 who founded the first church of Salem in 1629. He married Editha, daughter of Hugh Laskin. He died in 1671. And the inventory of his estate was taken March 15th. And Editha, what was her last name? Laskin. Laskin. What does Find Grave have to say about this? Yes. This says that Henry was born in 1598. You can at least put in Mary Cross's dates, though. We'll put this in for her bio so we can trace this later, as well as a link to the Find Grave. And then we'll put a link. Alright, friends, I am going to stop here. I'm definitely interested in this line. We have found some books and our Find Grave sources. This is too far back for Census Records, but I think that with these links that we have, with these sources that we have, we'll be able to track Ephraim, Henry, Mary, and Editha back a little farther. So thanks for joining me. If you're interested in any specific people that you've seen me gloss over or that you wish I would return to, please drop a message or a DM, and we'll do that next time.